All right, now let's get a check on what's happening in most of these other markets that we track. I would see it's green on the screen mostly, but there's pockets of red with the likes of Ethereum. That's the king of the altcoins, down about 0.64%. BNB is also down. Tron in the red, Cardano in the green. Ton, that's Telegram app that we spoke about earlier, that's in the green there at $5. Let's get the sentiment in the market. How's the sentiment now? It's turned greedy. So we see the investors getting really bullish right there in the crypto market at 59 points. They touch fear at some point. Let's look at some headlines in the crypto market now. We see Hamster Kombat is gaining attention right there. The Hamster Kombat airdrop has ignited about $14 billion Binance launch pool surge. That's ahead of the September 26th listing. So we're seeing Hamster getting a lot of attention right now. Some have called it the greatest play to earn game there. Then we see Ellison, well, the FTX CEOs there, executives getting a jail term for what happened with FTX. We heard the story there, a lot of embezzlement and issues with user funds, definitely. And some users are still trying to get their funds at this time. Now we see Turkey scrapping crypto profit tax plan that they had for most of the cryptocurrency investors right there in Turkey. But let's bring in my guest now, Adebayo. Adebayo is the co-founder, ICP Hub Sahara. Great to have you on the show.
Great to be here once again, Larry. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I'm sure the FTX sentencing there of the executive, one of the executives, the ex-executive of FTX, I know that's making the rounds now in the crypto industry. Some users have not gotten their funds back, from this exchange. But here she's got about 2 years. How are you seeing that?
Yeah, well, I mean, consider the fact that Sam was sentenced to, I think, over 20 years imprisonment, but to actually have the conviction of all the evidences, they need somebody who is internal, who can actually shed more light, which is where Caroline came in. And in exchange for all the evidence she was able to put forward about the embezzlement, money laundering allegations and all, well, she got 2 years imprisonment. Well, in terms of justification, I guess I will leave that to the people who suffered the most due to all these. A lot of people were ruined. I knew a lot of people working from Nigeria who were affected by the actions of these executives because running FTX Africa, a lot of users from Nigeria and all, majority of them suffered a huge loss due to all of this. So 2 years imprisonment to me might be a little bit, underrated. In terms of judgment, it should actually be more than that. I mean, these people should be held accountable for all that they have done.
But I hear she's going to have to return about $11 billion.
Well, we've heard that, but then what are actually the ways that this can truly be achieved? I mean, we had a lot of all these things being said, but then what has actually been done? Eventually, it's going to be swept under the rug, and people over time probably even forget about it.
All right. Looking at some of these users, do you think they're going to get their funds back? I know there's some team working to get most of these users to get the funds, but do you think it's really going to happen, or maybe many years from now?
Well, truthfully, I think partially something like this might, it's actually stand a chance of being of happening if we are talking about a certain percentage. But in terms of 100% reimbursement of the losses, this is actually impossible to be done. There was a time they made an attempt to actually, pump the price of the token itself, which was quite working, and because the plan was actually to liquidate more of the token to be able to pay back most of the users or most of the holders of the token, but eventually the price still dwindles down. So, they don't really have any strategy in place. Money that was spent has been spent. Money that was used in bribing the government has gone already. So what exactly are the plans to get most of these funds back? And they don't really have anything tangible in place. Probably over time, revenue generated by the FTX US over time can now be allocated to paying back most of all these users in a couple of years from now. Well, that is left to them to decide. But right now, I can't really see a tangible, a functional pathway towards realizing this.
All right. Let's hope most of these users get their funds back sometime. Thank you so much. It was great having you, Adebayo. Adebayo is co-founder ICP Hub Sahara. Thank you.
Great to be here once again. Thank you.